Hey, what's up everybody? Mark Price here at devslopes.com, and in this video we're going to talk about changing the platform. Right now we've just been working kind of in web mode or PC mode, whatever, where it's very wide, widescreen landscape. And Flappy Bird games aren't like that, right? They're more portrait, so I think this game should probably be a mobile game. So what I want to do is change the platform, and we're going to go to File and Build Setting, and click iOS, and notice how it's going to say Open Download Page. What it's going to do is it's going to open up a browser and start downloading the iOS package. Okay, I've already downloaded it. And what we're going to do is simply, once the package is downloaded we're going to double click to install it, and that should get us going here. Now that it's installed, I'm just going to go ahead and save this and quit Unity, and then we're going to reopen it. Okay, yeah, right now we're on PC, Mac, and Linux standalone. And I think what we want to do is iOS. And we could do Android. If you want, you can do Android, but we're going to just start off with iOS. If you are working on a Windows computer, of course, you won't be able to do iOS. You won't be able to at least export with Xcode and things like that. So you may want to choose Android. And a lot of the things will be very similar, but we're just going to pick iOS. And again, this is completely applicable to anyone who doesn't do iOS. Again, choose Android, or you can even leave it in PC Mac mode if you absolutely want to, but we need to talk about switching platforms, especially one that's in portrait mode, because a lot of games support mobile. Okay, so we're going to say iOS, and we're going to click Switch Platform. And whenever you switch platforms, what it does is it has to re-import assets with new settings, compression settings, things like that, to make it more mobile friendly. So this may take a while, and you may want to wait. Okay, so it has finished importing, and we are now supporting mobile. And let's see if it's there. And sure enough, it is. If you go down to your game, you can now change the aspect ratio to iPhone, or if you're on Android, you can select tablets and such. And we're going to go ahead and do iPad tall to see what it looks like on an iPad. And we have some problems. Okay, this is going to be the same thing on Android if you're doing it for Android. Okay, you're probably going to notice some problems. First off, yeah, it's just kind of off-centered here. Doesn't look good. So what I want to do is manipulate the camera, maybe. Yeah, we can manipulate the object some more. It's still all one piece. Be nice and easy. E to rotate. Just move it over here. All right. I'm not liking how the see how these cursors here are. They are local to the object itself. I want to make it global. So if you click global up here. Well, actually, if we click the center, actually center looks a little bit more what we need. I clicked center, so it's center to the scene here, and now it's rotating a little bit better than before. Yeah. Okay, it's looking kind of good. It's a little bit close to the player, I think. Maybe put it back slightly, like right there. Okay, because it is background. We don't really care about this stuff as foreground or anything. Okay, so this is the background. It's looking good. If I click play, we're in play mode. Nothing seems to have any problems, so we're good. I like it. I have a little bit of black right here. We can fix that later. Cool deal. Okay, so we've got our textures in there. We've got our assets here. And then I guess the next thing to do is to start maybe working on a little bit on the foreground here. The camera's set up nicely here. So what we can do is go to our Fantasy Demon Caves here and find something that would work nicely for a platform here for the front. And so I don't see anything out here. These are demo stuff anyway. So we're going to go into the FBX folder here and see the different options here. And there are quite a few different options. They've got trees, they've got bones, platforms. There's one in particular I am looking for, which is a bridge type platform. So we'll go ahead and grab that once I see it pop up here. I got some stairs, which are actually kind of cool. It's always good to just see what's available to you. Sometimes your 3D artists or your packages that you purchase will have lots of options, and you can play with things however you see fit. Again, it's not a science. It's about what looks good. So I dragged it onto the scene here, as you can see, kind of small in the wrong spot. So I'm going to reset the position on the transform. So it's right there in the middle. Okay. And notice how the material on this is using the wrong thing. It's black. Maybe you're freaking out. Oh no, what did I do? Well, again, just go click your bridge here. And what we want to do is just change the shader from standard to unlit and then texture. And then it looks really, really nice. And I'm going to zoom in here, hold Alt to rotate, press W to move it. And let's make it more of the foreground. Because what's going to happen is we want these things to be moving. Let's just pretend the hot lava is moving. I know it's a little bit ridiculous, but we're going to pretend these things are moving. And I think this is a great foreground to have right here. It looks really nice, actually. So the next thing I want to do is get kind of a little middle piece here before we attach another bridge. So let's go ahead and find that middle piece. These look kind of cool, these stones. I think they're pretty small though. We got some stairs, some rock cliffs, which are kind of nice. I think there's a particular platform I'm looking for. Yeah, one of these ones here, these module platforms. Let's just drag it on and see what it looks like. So we got this modularized thing here. It looks kind of like this. I don't think it's what we want because, well, maybe it is. Let's see. Let's move it down a little bit. Drag it over. Drag it over here. See how it just has that sharp edge there on the side, which I don't really like. We can make it a little bit smaller to see if it works better for us. I just scaled it holding E. Bring it down. Maybe if I brought it into here, you know, maybe that's not so bad, actually. Let's Command D this and move it forward. Just get it to connect. And maybe one more time. Command D to move it forward. Get it to connect. And let's select all of these and move them just better into the camera so I can see. Yeah, you know what? That's not too bad. Look at that. We created some movie magic here, some game magic. It's a nice little platform. And then what we'll do is on this bridge here, okay, I'll Command D to duplicate the bridge and just bring that over to the other side here. Oh, interesting. Look at it. Actually, it's kind of crooked, huh? Let me fix the rotation on this. That's funny. Oh, we're gonna need to make these one object here. So the rotation's off on these, as you can see. So what I want to do is we'll go ahead and create a new empty object here. And we're just going to call these, call this the flat part. And I'm going to take these three, Shift, or Command, or Control, and just drag it over here into the empty object. Now they're all one, and you can rotate the object as a whole now. Now notice how the rotation's way over here, even though my object's over here. That doesn't make sense, right? So look what you can do. You can click the center button over here, okay? You can rotate and manipulate around the pivot or around the center. We want to do it here around the pivot. So this is looking good. And what I want to do now that we're in rotation mode is I just want to straighten this bad boy out. So it looks straight like the platform. And again, I'm not making this mathematical. It doesn't really matter to me. If you really want to get a perfectly upright perspective, you can click these arrows here, like so. As you can see, we are perfectly in the top view here, and you can see how straight and close this is. Maybe this bridge is a little bit, yeah, right there. Okay, very good. And let's just create another flat here. So select the flat object, Command D to duplicate, and we're just going to move it over here like so. All right, that's looking good. Let me select these stone bridges and everything, move it in front of the camera just to make sure it's not overly ugly. And I think it's nice. I think we have a piece here that can be duplicated. So like if we're recreating these objects or they're moving from one side of the screen to the other, the bridge of course is going to connect to the other end of the other object, and it looks kind of good. I actually really like it. So what I'm going to do now is create a new empty object, and we're just going to call this a platform. This is the object that will be duplicated over and over again. So select flat, flat, stone bridge, and drag them into the platform. All right. And then I'm going to bring this closer to the camera again, like so. So in essence, what we're going to be seeing is, you know, this platform moving and your little characters jumping, dodging like, you know, cave pieces and things like that. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's cool. All right, I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I think we're good for this video. We've created the front platform. We've did some other adjustments with the camera. We've got the iPad version working, or you've done the Android version, and it's looking real good. So that's it for now. Mark Price at DevSlopes.com. Moving on and forward.